Umpire Sammy Northcutt. Linesman Daniel Holt III. Line judge.
And here we are at the WCTV Game of the Week. I'm Doug Capella with my partner in crime here, Paul Breece. Paul, great weather we got here for this Friday night game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's way better than last week when I down the road at Independence High School. I was not properly dressed. I came properly dressed this time. Feeling very comfortable right now.
Tightened out tonight, you and I. We decided to.
Let's also Titans there on the.
Who knew?
Yeah, at the 50 doing the coin toss, and so came out to support them.
T-Rack sighting on the field. T-Rack sighting.
Well, to be honest with you, Doug, you're going to see two teams right here just trying to survive this non-region contest without injury, obviously. Independence in the white uniforms, 4-4 on the season. Definitely not a product of their record. They have played some really tough non-region opponents in CPA, East Nashville, and Pope John Paul. Played it pretty tough. Those three losses right there, combined with the loss to Brentwood High School by 1 point.
In overtime.
Yeah, in overtime. So don't sleep on the Independence Eagles tonight against a Page High School team that's very good. Former 5A runner-up in the state, wearing the blue, 7-1. Unfortunately, lost last week, and you were probably there against Nolensville High School. And what I heard was just a fantastic high school game.
Good game. Yep. So fell to Nolensville in overtime. So there you have the kickoff. It's going to be a touchback. And so, yeah, and one surprising thing is when you look at, we mentioned this in the pregame warm-up, Centennial having a fantastic season, one loss, and that one loss to Independence High School.
That's right. There's a lot of variables that could go into Independence actually winning the region. So Independence, Ravenwood, Brentwood, and Centennial all could somehow, with the dissection of the next couple of weeks, could figure out a way to win this region and not have to travel to Memphis for the first round of the playoffs.
That's right. And so here we are, Independence out of the shotgun, 3 wide, 2 wide to the bottom of the field here. It's going to be a quarterback-designed run. That's going to be Brooks Sapone out around the corner for about a gain of
number 2, Brooks
2 or 3 on that play.
You know, Doug, I got to tell you, Trey Hartwell, the running back, I saw him last week against Summit High School in our WCTV Game of the Week. Scott Stidham, you see right there, the first-year head coach. Here's the deal with Trey Hartwell, right? He's kind of like the Derrick Henry, right? If you give him 20 carries, your team is probably succeeding, right? I think he's got to get involved, and he got involved late in the game last week and guided them to victory and a comeback win. So
Sapone rolling out. Chase from behind eludes the Page defender, still going, and he's going to be down for a first down after about a gain of 12 on the play. So Sapone showing some early wheels here as we kick off this drive with Independence.
So the one thing about Sapone that we watched last week is, he's got a cannon of an arm. He can throw it. Sometimes not in the right direction, not in the right to the wrong team. So, Sapone has probably been taught by Coach Stidham in the last few weeks, if you don't see it, you don't feel comfortable, go ahead and take it. He's a great athlete, and you saw the pickup of the first down.
And so Independence High School, too, Coach, not far removed from back-to-back state championship appearances. 1-1, lost 1. And so here looking for a chance to get back. Sapone in the shotgun again. This time he hands off. It's going to be number 6, Trey Hartwell, who you mentioned just a minute ago. Big running back down there on the field.
Hartwell.
Well, Hartwell would probably be the most one of the most underrated people in the Williamson County region of football. But you see right there, Page stifling. I'm sure have looked at the tapes and have seen. Hey, let's try to shut down Trey Hartwell. He's going to be a big factor. And with Ty Lockwood, they're the Alabama commit, not out there at tight end. It definitely becomes an easier task.
So Page is not a defense that's going to throw a lot of pressure at you. They're content with sitting back and playing what you give to them. And so there's Hartwell again. This time he's going to have close to first down yardage, and it will be a first down right up the middle. So early success on the ground here for the Independence Eagles. And like I said, Page is not a defense that's going to really come after the quarterback all that much. Very stout at the defensive end position. One of them's an underclassman, a sophomore actually, playing defensive end. Independence going to stay in the 3 wide set. You got 2 to the top of the screen, or top of the field there, 1 to the bottom. Sapone out of the shotgun. Back, throws the ball, quick slant route, number 7 on the catch, still on his feet. That's going to be Steele Katina. And I think that there's a never-ending line of Katinas that seem to come through, whether it be Independence or Page High School.
Well, the one thing we saw last week, as you see right there, Coach Rathbone of the Page Patriots, is that Steele Katina had some critical drops at some unopportune times last week. So getting him involved early and success is going to be key for the receiving core of the Eagles.
And, Coach, I don't know if our viewers can see this on the screen, but when you look at Hartwell there, the running back, he towers over Sapone at quarterback. Big fella down there on the field. Leaning a little bit early there on the snap. No call there. Gain of about 4 on the play is the quick pass out to the top side of the field. It's going to be number 9 on the catch, Daniel Morales.
Yeah, Morales, the senior, as you know, I don't know if there's a go-to receiver for Independence and Sapone, but Morales seems to always have his number called. And so a nice pickup right on first down. You're getting halfway home right here. Hartwell, the running back, making his number called right here to try to make it a 3rd and short.
Impressive opening drive here for the Eagles as they are already on the Page 31-yard line, looking to punch it in here. And there you go, Paul. You called it, spoke it into existence, as we would say. But Hartwell running hard, but just runs out of room and gets about a half a yard on the play there.
Well, good job by Page to stretch that run where Hartwell couldn't get north and south. You know, here's another thing, right? You know, these teams have been removed, right? They had the bye week last week with the fall break. So everybody's just trying to get back into football shape. The weather's definitely cool. And now is a chance to try to build up to the playoffs, as both these teams, you know, have qualified for the playoffs. And now it's all about, you know, staying healthy and building on that momentum.
Well, and we're going to see, Paul, who was in destined longer here as fatigue may set in towards the end of the game. Sapone throwing a deep
that's
seam
got to
route
be a
there.
flag.
No flag on the play, but there was definitely, Coach, some jockeying on the play there.
Well, not only that, but a lot of jersey holding down there. I don't know if we're going to catch a replay, but we got a 4th down, and it's going to be a critical chance here. The ball spotted at 30, so it's going to be a 47-yard field goal attempt if they decide it.
I don't know that Hartwell's on the kicking team, so it looks like they're going to go for it here.
Brings up 4th down, Patriot fans.
So just like that, Independence and an early decision in the first quarter. Now from the 30-yard line, they're going to go, and they got 4 wide with Hartwell, the lone back. Sapone out of the shotgun, motions Hartwell out. It goes to Hartwell. Tough catch, got 2 Page defenders there. He's at the 30, pushes ahead, and he is going to be short by at least a yard there, Coach.
Yeah, it's a thing where if you need 6 yards, you don't run a 1-yard route and try to break it down. Well, he tried to defeat 3 Page defenders down there. It's going to be kind of tough. And, hey, bend but don't break for Page defense.
Well, Page was exactly where they needed to be. They had 2 defenders there on Hartwell and just kept it in front of him, which is what you're supposed to do. They kept the yard marker in front of him, and he was stopped a yard short. So good job on Page with the stop there. So they're going to take over on offense at about the 27-yard line. Looking for the play on the sideline. Page is going to open up in what looks like 4 wide out of the pistol formation. Single back. Throw's going to be right out to the flat. That's going to be number 3 on the catch. That's going to be Henry Kaysen, rather. Kaysen's going to get about, looks like 6 yards on the play. Closer to 7.
Well, obviously keep your eye on Colin Hurd, the quarterback, number 4. A tremendous, just a tremendous athlete on the field. I mean, can play multiple positions. Really doesn't. A quarterback, I don't know if it's his specialty or not, but he's the defending, reigning defensive player of the year for the region. So
one of the few high school quarterbacks at this level you'll see play both ways on the field.
There is a flag on the play.
Looks like we got a flag on the play here. It's probably going to be of the false start variety or delay a game. Waiting on the call here. It's going to be false start. Got the officials on the
Second down
overhead
and 8
microphone
for the
tonight getting the calls. Usually you and I have to interpret some form of sign language there on the field, but
Yeah.
got the radio call, so it was a false start. Page comes out of the same formation, albeit 5 yards back. Indy bringing pressure.
Oh!
Hurd, he's grabbed, but like you said, showing the tough running ability, and he makes 2 yards out of nothing there,
Man.
Coach.
I mean,
On
you
the
saw the
carry for
edge
the
rush
Patriots,
right
number
there.
4,
Hurd had to
Hurd.
tuck it.
Tackle by number 20.
You know,
Jeff
to
Sessions.
buy the Indies' defensive surprise, he went
Five
right
on the
into
play.
number 20 right
Brings
there.
up third down
He just
and
couldn't bring him
4
down,
for
and
the
you
Patriots.
saw Hurd leaned and got positive yardage. So was a 2nd and 8. Now it's a 3rd and 4.
Looked like a cornerback blitz on that play from the backside, and they had Hurd dead to rights, but he actually stepped up in the middle right into a defensive tackle, but still gets 2 yards on the play. So we got 4 wide, pistol formation, single back set. Hurd takes a snap, looking, throws short to number 7, out of his reach. That's going to be incomplete, intended for Ethan Listman. So just like that, it's 4th down. The false start penalty there, Coach, costs him on that drive, as it's 4th and about 4.
So great coverage by the corner down there. Check that, Braden Needman. And the junior with some tight coverage right there.
So early on, we have a little bit of a battle of field position here.
How about a little wind involved?
A little wind tonight, yeah. After you said it was a nice night, it's dropped 15 degrees, Paul. Well, actually, I think I may have said that, Coach.
Yeah.
Page back to punt.
Oh.
Indy heels
Oh!
it. Indy guy has their heels. This is going to be a sideways punt.
man.
It takes a huge,
my.
huge roll for Page.
The old turf.
The old home field bounce. That bounced about 25 yards downfield. Page downs it at about the 6-yard line. A tremendous punt and roll.
At the 6-yard line.
Yeah,
First and 10
I was
Eagles
just
from their
on the
own
verge
6.
of saying a battle of field position, but Page completely flips the field there on Independence, who's now going to start at their own 6-yard line.
Yeah, how about Cole Wallace, the punter right there? I mean, basically kicked it from about the 23-yard line all the way down to the 6. I'm not very good at math, but that's, well, let's see, 23 minus
17.
Yes. 17 yards? No.
Yeah, 23 minus 6, Coach.
No, he kicked it from his
Oh, I
23
thought you said Orlando.
all the way
hey,
to
we're
the
wasting
6.
time here. Talking about
here we
math,
go.
Coach.
Here we
This is
go.
football, dadgummit. Anyway, the punter should buy some scratch-offs.
Yeah, that's right. Oh,
All right.
my. This could be
Quick
trouble.
pass. That looked like it could be a fumble.
No.
Official calls it incomplete. Hard from this angle to see if it was a backwards pass. Looked close, but the official right there calls it incomplete. So Indy will live to play another down here on this drive. 2nd and 10 from their own 6 in what was either a 40-yard punt or an 86-yard punt, depending on whose math you're going with. Indy lines back up. Hartwell in the backfield. Tight formation here for Indy. It looks like they have 2 tight ends here to protect Capone. Again, Hartwell a little early out of his stance there. Looks like he hits Katina, or is that Morales? On that's Steel Katina dancing and jiving. Looks like he got a little bit of a face mask there on that play, but first down, Independence.
Wow, that is that's a way to get out of some trouble back there. Starting the drive on the 6, now you're up to about the 24. Plenty of room now, a little breathing room. Let's see if Hartwell starts to get involved here.
Well, it's funny because on the first drive they were pounding Hartwell up the middle to big gains, and then they decided to start getting him to the outside, and he got bottled up. So we'll see if he looks like a guard tackle runner, Coach, not a perimeter back. So we'll see if they go back to the guard tackle. They're still out of the 2 tight formation here. Quick pass again, the number 14 for Independence. That's going to be Hudson Cobb on the catch.
Coach Stidham must see something on the quick passing game.
Number 0, Seth Cabale.
Well, you wonder if they're trying to loosen up the inside penetration to get Hartwell rolling, because they're throwing these quick passes to the outside. But Page, again, like I said earlier, is not a defense that's going to come after you. You said bend but don't break. And so we'll see if they open up some running lanes for Hartwell here. Or they're going to – and the other thing, too, there's operating out of 2 tight. So they got, again, 2 wide, 2 tight here, trying to protect Sapone. Sapone on the snap. Scanning the field, steps up, using the wheels again, flicks it a la Patrick Mahomes out there. That's going to be a first down. He kind of just – that's the new thing today. It's like the no-look flutter pass there. But, I mean, they get the first down.
Trey Hartwell.
Number 6, Trey Hartwell on the catch.
Obviously not a design, right? I mean, that
broken play.
Yeah, Sapone definitely created that himself. You know, and here's an interesting thing we'll see right here, whereas Sapone was going to just – I think he just bailed out of the
wonder if they're going to get an eligible man downfield. Looked like one of their linemen. Nope.
No, it was a face mask.
So 5 yards from the end of that run is going to put the yard marker at about the 41 of Independence's side of the field. And so Independence been able to move the ball a little bit here early on, Coach, but has nothing to show for it here as they stalled at the 35. Out of the shotgun here, Sapone again. Takes the snap, quick pitch to Hartwell. Hartwell's got some room to the outside. Big stiff arm, and driven out at about the 46-yard line for a gain of, we'll call it 4.5.
Positive yardage.
Positive yardage, and Coach, if you see that freight train coming, you might want to go low. It's a big young man down there.
Number 22, Brendan Ames.
You know, one of the interesting things that I picked up on is you'll see Sapone, the quarterback, jog all the way over to his coach to get the play. One of probably the few, well, at least in Williamson County, the only one that I can think of that does that.
So here we go. Indy's opened it up a little bit. Got 3 wide now, going away from the tight formation. Sapone back to throw. Again, a quick pass to Hartwell. What we might call a check down there. Gain of about 2.5 on the play.
Pass is complete to number 6.
Third and a long 2, call it 3 to go.
Well, it's old coach said, let's keep it simple. Let's don't shoot ourselves in the foot.
Brings up third.
Giving Page the death by 1,000 cuts offensive drive here. Just dinking and dunking. No big plays on either side, aside from the punt, which doesn't generate a whole lot of excitement generally. Here you go, 3 wide again for the Eagles out of the shotgun. Sapone about to take the snap here. Fakes the handoff. Pass is dropped by number 9, Daniel Morales. Page thought they had a fumble there, but referee says no, sir. Pass is incomplete. And so just like that again, Indy starts out with a solid drive, Coach, and then just stalls.
Yeah, they had a lot of good things going. The addition of the penalty, but still could not create anything. I mean, you talked about battle of the field position.
Number 39.
I mean, they can really back Page up right here if they wanted to.
Number 8.
I think the wind is actually blowing towards the punter this time, so we'll see if they get that away team bounce on this AstroTurf. Punts away. It's a wobbler that looks like it bounces the other way, rolls sideways, and will be downed at about the 23.5, where Page will take over. So we're winding down here to the end of the season, Coach. Playoff picture starting to open up a little bit. Huge battles right before fall break. We'd mentioned Page and Nolensville going to the wire. That definitely had some playoff implications there. Nolensville battling crosstown rival Franklin tonight, who is winless on the season but has played several extremely close games.
I mean, they fell to Brentwood 7-0. They will be probably the best winless team in the state of Tennessee if you ask some people across Williamson County. Nobody really wants to play Franklin. You just never know.
Handoff up the middle. That's going to be number 44.
On the carry for the Patriots, number 14, Ethan Cunningham.
Correct. Ethan Cunningham.
Tackled by the Eagles,
on
number
the carry. Gain of about
4
on the play.
Gain of 4 on the play.
May have been the first running play we've seen by Page.
You just read my mind there, Coach. We've been together that long where you are reading my thoughts. Just about to say, I believe that was the first run from this Page offense.
You're thinking pepperoni pizza.
Could you get me a slice? 4 wide here. Hurd in the shotgun. Takes a snap, scanning the field, rolls out, has a man underneath who's hit shortly before the ball arrives, but the officials say no foul.
Yeah, I think it was probably a good call. The
Brings up third down
linebacker
and
just kind of
6 for the Patriots.
going, trying to attack the ball. Really doesn't, just ran into the offensive guy. Listen, right there, you see it on that shot right there, just an example of just how far the technology of football has come.
That is correct, Coach. When I played high school football, we drank out of a hose on the sideline.
Just gather around watching film live.
Hurd out of the shotgun, rolling, scanning the field. Looking, has a running lane that closes up quickly, stiff arm, but rolls into a host of
On the
Eagle
carry for the Patriots,
defenders.
number 4, Colin Hurd.
Colin Hurd is going to be way
Tackle by the
short.
Eagles, number
So
25, Rule Cruz.
Page, less than 15 yards of total offense so far in this first quarter, which has already whittled down to just over a minute. Not usual for the Page Patriots here, but like we said leading up to this, maybe not the game some might expect when you look at record alone.
No, absolutely not. Again, we talked about both teams are in the playoffs. Two good football teams. You know, Independence 2 weeks ago against Summit definitely got, taken off guard. Woo. Oh, my. Another
punt. Fair catch called at the 27-yard line.
But 2 weeks ago when we did the Williamson County Game of the Week in Summit, Summit came out and smacked Indy right in the mouth and actually led 21 to
which Summit has not done a lot of this year. It is definitely not the year of the Wade brothers like it was last year.
No, you had spoken to me, when and said, listen, Summit's offense is kind of down, right? And obviously you lose two guys like the Wade brothers. But, man, they showed some flashes.
First and 10 Eagles from their own 28-yard line.
So here we go. Independence on their third drive in this early part of this football game.
Yeah.
Out of the shotgun here. Indy showing 2 wide. Sapone scanning, taking a shot downfield. Incomplete. Catchable ball there, Coach. Catchable ball.
Pass intended for number 8.
Number 8 on the play. Luke McNeely had an opportunity to make a play.
Coverage on the play by the Patriots.
Good throw by
Sapone. Rutland.
Just needed to reel that in.
Page showing a man look there. No over-the-top safety help. One-on-one down the sideline. Just couldn't reel in the catch. So here we have 2nd and 10. And you have to think the way it's gone, every yard counts here, Coach, as they've come up just a couple yards short on their 2 drives. So now they're showing 4 wide open here. Sapone, quick pass, batted in the air. No one around to scoop it in. So 3rd and 10.
Number 40 of the Patriots, Eric Hazard.
They've burned about 9 seconds off the clock here.
Yeah. I did see this last week where Independence, they kind of went away from the run game, got themselves into some trouble. I always feel like if you could throw a run in there just to keep the defense off balance, but they've elected to go up top the last couple of offensive series.
So far, Sapone's taken 2 shots deep, both incomplete passes. Sapone scanning the field, steps up, forced out of the pocket, running, catches incomplete on the sideline, waiting for the official call. He's going to call it a catch. Oh, no, incomplete. The call's incomplete. 4th and 10. And because that was incomplete, Coach, we're still in the first quarter here, about 29 seconds to go.
Yeah, usually don't get this many offensive series in the 1 quarter of play. I think this is going to be Page's 3rd after Indy's had 3.
That's correct.
For the Eagles, number 39, Andrew Bingham.
And so Indy failing for the first time to generate any yards on a drive.
Number 8, McLean Copeland.
A little bit of confusion here as Indy lines up for the punt. Snap is back, kick is away. In the night air it goes, bounces and bounces back. Again, Indy takes a bad bounce on the punt.
The Eagle punt is down.
And so Page going to have the best field position of the night here on the 44-yard line on their own side of the field. Indy's got to feel good, though, about their chances here on
Patriot
defense
fans.
so far, Coach.
Yeah, like we talked about after Summit smacked him in the mouth there early in the first half 2 weeks ago. I'm sure a lot of focus went into the defense on the off week, and so it's paid off, right? And just run into a defense like Page that's playoff tested. And
with Nashville Pizza Company.
4 wide here for the Patriots.
well,
Big hole up the middle, and just like that, Page has outdone their entire offense for the first period, or first quarter rather, on one play. 14-yard carry on the play, and that's going to take us down into the second quarter, Coach.
A gain of 14 yards.
And I was just about to say, Page does have big play capability on their offense. And just like that, on Indy's side of the field for the first time tonight in what is their third offensive drive.
You know, it's interesting and unfortunate, right, that Nolensville High School and Page High School, one of them is going to get eliminated in the quarterfinals if both teams win out early on. And you know, it's going to be unfortunate that they can't both meet in the it's kind of like volleyball.
Well, and that sentiment was kind of shared when they squared off that the 2 best teams in that region were playing before the playoffs started. And it's unfortunate, but like you said, Williamson County, using a volleyball reference, at any given year we have 4 teams that could win the state title, and sometimes one of the best one gets eliminated. Happened to Brentwood last year. They lost in the first round of districts after winning 8 state titles.
Yeah.
And didn't even go to the regional or sectional. So sometimes the better teams just play before the season starts.
And right, it happened in Nolensville this year.
Happened in Nolensville, ranked 18th in the nation.
Yeah.
Excuse me, and lost in the first round to a strong Ravenwood squad.
Who surprisingly lost to, I believe, Hillsborough.
Hillsborough, yep.
In the sectionals. So.
Yeah.
But Brentwood did fall short right in their attempt, right?
That is correct. I believe Cleveland may have been the one to take it home. I'm not sure. Here we go. Page opens up 4 wide to start the second quarter. Hurd out of the shotgun. Takes snap. Hands it off again there to number 14 on the carry. It's going to be Ethan Cunningham.
Number 14, Ethan Cunningham. Tackle by number 30.
Not as beneficial of a hole this time. Gets about 3 on the play. And so you mentioned a difference in style here. Every player on Page gets the call from the sideline, then lines up, whereas Indy, the quarterback's running back and forth. Sapone may want to say, hey, Coach, you see Page, what they do? Page in 4 wide. Keep by Hurd, and Indy stays disciplined and bottles that up, does not bite on the RPO there. Hurd gets tackled for no gain.
Well, when you saw Page in Nolensville a couple of weeks ago, I mean, did you feel like Page was had any kind of offensive threat? It doesn't seem like Hurd has gone deep yet.
Well, and he threw a couple uncharacteristic interceptions. It was back and forth penalties, not a very disciplined football game, so you'd wonder if they play again what that would look like.
That? I just
deep
called it.
Pass here down to number 3. That's going to be Henry Kaysen on the outside, incomplete.
Yeah, just talked about the deep ball, and look at it. Are we connected to the headsets of the quarterbacks? What's going on?
Coach Breece called that play in from the WCTV
game
of the week.
I tell you what, you got to do things every once in a while just to keep the defensive honest and stretch the field a little bit, or Indy's just going to load that box up and try to bottle up Hurd and Cunningham in the run game. And
they've done that, save one play. So here it looks like they're going to go for it. This could be a quick punt here by Hurd. He's done that before.
He needs to scoot back if he's going to do it.
It's the infamous butt punt.
Yeah, that's right.
So here we go. There's no intention of going for it here. Timeout on Page. And, I don't know if I agree with that call there, Coach. They had more than 5 yards to go. Even if they get them to go off sides, they still have a long 2.
Yeah.
And so here Rathbone elects to burn a timeout, in which I'm assuming they're going to run the punt team out here after that.
In a white case.
Well, maybe if they do get 5 yards, maybe they do go for it on 4th and 2. But, yeah, you're right. Inside 5, you would assume that would have been the play call.
Well, and and they haven't had a lot of success on the ground.
Your Patriots
They've had one run that was good. Other than that, they've been bottled up. Coach, what do the analytics say there?
We would also like to thank
I'll be honest with you, I just did not hear your last comment because of the speaker in front of us. It is a loud up here on the press box. I mean,
for our viewing audience, we have the speaker from the USS Mississippi in front of us here.
I think they actually pulled it up from the depths of the ocean and brought it up
from
here.
the Titanic up here. It's huge and gray and loud. And so what I was saying is, what do the analytics say there, Coach, on that 4th and 7? I think it would say what we see right now, a punt. So there's the punt into the night air.
Uh-oh.
Indy
he wanted to catch
is watching it roll, and it takes a favorable Indy bounce.
There's something on the
this side of the field.
Yeah,
we may
it got a lot of backspin.
May have a little bit of a tilt on this side of the field, but in any regard, it bounces about 5 yards in the other direction. And so Independence, had they fair caught that, would have been sitting at about their 5-yard line, but the receiver elects to let it hit and roll, knowing that the field's tilted the other way, and is a beneficiary of about 10 yards on the bounce back.
So first offensive series in the second quarter. That first quarter went by fairly quick.
Yeah.
Now we started to throw the ball a little bit, and the clock has kind of slowed down on us.
That's right. And so here we have 4 wide, single back set. Out of the shotgun, Sapone hands it to Hartwell, runs in between the guard and the center there and gets about 3 yards. And so, in all seriousness, you have to wonder, is there a little bit of rust here early on because of fall break? You know, football is a team sport. It works like a machine, all moving parts. And repetition maybe not there for some of these folks, depending on what coaches decided. And so it may just take us a minute here to get this thing rolling, and we may end up with a shootout. But right now, it's not aiming in that direction, Coach. 4 wide on Indy. Hartwell, the lone back. Shotgun for Sapone. Handoff again to Hartwell, who just muscles his way to a first down. Again, you don't want to see that coming at you, Coach.
No, I mean, that young man is
he looked like he just hugged the recliner and fell over when he tackled.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, he's a great weapon to have. Just got to utilize him sometimes.
Sure. And we said early on, he's a between the tackle guy, and that's where they're getting their. Coach, you're welcome. I just solved all your offensive issues tonight.
And you got trips way down here, really trying to spread the secondary out. Got to be a handoff to Hartwell right here.
One would think.
Well, no.
But Sapone facing some pressure just gets rid of it well short of his receiver. Usually when you're fading back on your back foot and you throw it out to the sideline, that sometimes turns into a pick 6.
Well, good for Sapone to at least recognize that the receiver was that direction.
But that pass ball,
they got it past the line of scrimmage.
Not out of the realm of a possible catch, but
it was close.
It was close enough to not be a flag. So here we are, 2nd and 10. Wide again to the bottom side of the field with 3, although not so much bunch this time. So we'll see what Sapone has going on. I'm going to call a slant route here. Nope, got a screen to Hartwell. He's got some room. Great blocking on the outside. And Hartwell will not go down easy, and he takes it to about the 44 of what is our biggest play of the night so far.
Coach, I love that play. I love the call. Went away from the strong side to the weak side of the field. And give your best athlete a chance to run in open space. It's like Derrick Henry getting a screen pass. Derrick Henry has a tough time catching it sometimes, but when he does.
He's working on it, Coach.
So good for Hartwell.
So Indy probably filed that away to open back up in the second half because that was well run and well executed and a big play for these Independence Eagles. And so just like that, they are in business here on the Page side of the field. Page showing blitz, false start on the receiver at the top side of the field there. Number 7 saw the blitz and jumped there a little bit.
Yeah, not sure why. He has nothing to do with that. He wasn't going to block him.
So Steele Katina on the false start there on the far side of the field. Coach, I should get credit because even with my glasses, that was a little difficult to see because it was on the far side of the field.
Well,
there's the official call. Just kidding. All kidding aside, that was pretty easy to see. when you're all by yourself right in front of the official, you false start. So that's going to back him up. Penalties are killers so far in this early matchup. 1st and 15, 4 wide. Hartwell in the backfield. Sapone, shotgun. Takes the snap, scan, and pump fakes. He's going to throw a deep ball, has a chance, and just overthrows him by a couple yards, but tried to get him with the pump fake there, Coach.
You know, it's come to my coaching knowledge that Coach Stidham must see something on tape where he's got an advantage with his receivers, because Sapone has chosen to go deep. And good for them. I mean, they've been open. They've been by.
Hey, listen, a little less juice on that one. He's going into the end zone. It's just overthrown by about a yard, but he definitely had him. And Sapone showing the arm strength there, throwing it from about his 45-yard line, about 50 yards in the air. Sapone takes a snap, heavy pressure from Indy, throws it up, has a man, hits him in stride. Coach, huge gain on 3rd down to number 14, Ethan Cunningham. Wrong team. Hudson Cobb on the catch.
You're just excited about a big play. I love it.
Shuffled my papers, Coach.
Good for
big gain, Coach. That was money. Hit him in stride.
And that was a tremendous pickup on the blitz.
Pitch and catch there. Way for Sapone to stay tough in the pocket and deliver a needle downfield in stride to Cobb.
And well, you know, we can look back at this tackle on the play, a touchdown-saving tackle. We have seen multiple times, as we're going to have a timeout right here, multiple times where high school teams get a big play, but they should have had a touchdown, got tackled. They gain nothing. They maybe miss a field goal. It could happen. But they definitely need points out of this.
Well, and I understand, too, the desire to get things right on your next play. But when you have a defense on their heels after such a big play, you got to get on the ball and go for it and get this timeout stuff. I don't know if I, again, agree with this, but that's why I retired from coaching.
You're never retired. You're always a coach.
Well, thanks, Coach. I can't do softball this year. So here we are, timeout with 8 minutes and 12 seconds left here in the second quarter. Independence threatening on the 14-yard line.
Earning All-American honors are Avery
Paul, I think this is kind of the way that we figured this game would go, although I thought there might be some more scoring up to this point. Wind picking up, too, as we, of course, being up here in the booth, the wind is picking up. Going to blow your hair a little crooked, Coach.
For your All-American Patriot cheerleaders.
Interesting crowd tonight. They got their slapsticks here in the stands, all pinked out. Breast cancer awareness, cancer awareness. Page didn't use one of their 9 alternate uniforms for this game, I don't think, Coach.
They do have quite a bit. I don't know who the equipment manager is for Page, but just trying to decide. It's like a lot of fashion.
A lot of variety.
Yeah.
Do we go with cheetah print tonight? What do we want? So here we go. Indy in a unique formation there. Hands to Hartwell. He's got some room. That's 6. Just like on his jersey, Coach, 6. Touchdown Independence. Hartwell hits pay dirt and breaks the ice in what was a 0-0 ball game.
Well, 14 yards out. They went with the extra blocker back there. You talked about the different formation.
They look like a victory formation, except they handed it off to the running back.
That's true. Now the all-important extra point. You know, with number 9, when you have a kicker wearing 92, you just hold your breath.
Kick is back. And no good. Paul, how dare you?
I apologize. I'm so sorry.
Coach Breece jinx another high school play.
Oh, that's awful. I'm so sorry. Now we're scrambling. We'll see right here. We saw the bunch package right there. Hartwell's just going to find a seam. Good block right there on the pick up on the safety. Probably one of the easiest runs Hartwell has seen all night.
Hey, I'm going to say the blocking downfield here, too, for Hartwell. He needs to take some of his players out for lunch tomorrow at Shoney's. Because
did you just say Shoney's?
Are they still open?
It's raffle time
Chili's.
in Rudderville.
All-American cuisine.
By the Patriot Athletic Boosters table.
They may have to drive to Kentucky or Alabama to go to Shoney's.
Deep Alabama.
The drawing will be held at halftime tonight.
So,
It's your chance to be $10,000
in any regard,
richer.
his teammates downfield doing an excellent job for Hartwell blocking. Just like on that screenplay, he had a receiver coach about 25 yards downfield blocking.
Well, either way, if Indy can roll into halftime up, you see the team right there just trying to figure out, hey, what happened right there? We saw a different formation, Coach. We've never seen that before.
The big guy got the ball and ran it into the end zone. That's what happened. All right, here we go.
Can Page answer right here?
Kicking off for Eagles number 92, Leon.
So a little pooch kick there, fumble on the play. Independence hops on it, Coach. Just like that. Independence back in business. They do a little pooch kick that gets fumbled at the 30-yard line. Independence, to their credit, hustling down the field, recovering the football, and Page is stunned right now.
All right, I got to give credit where credit's due. Landrick, Watch Landrick right here. He kicks the tee at least 15 yards, so I'm not sure if it was a missed kick or not, but he got the result.
It looks like
92.
92 is the kicker.
Yeah.
41 on the recovery. That's going to be Avery King on the recovery. And Independence back sniffing the end zone again right after they punched it in. Again, they're here too wide, too tight, single back set. Sapone looking, getting greedy.
Yeah,
and there's flags all over the place on that one. Katina says, I'll take that. Thank you, sir.
You got to let him run his route, right? Rule number one in football, after you create a turnover, you always got to take a shot to the end zone. That's the coaching knowledge rule book 101.
That's right. Yep.
So they didn't quite go to the end zone, but they definitely went to the air.
They went and attacked is what you're supposed to do right there. And they got it's either a hold or a PI call. We'll hear it over this huge tuba of a speaker in front of us here in just a second. There is the holding variety on defense.
10 yards, penalty from the previous spot. Repeat first out. 10-yard penalty results in a first down for the Eagles.
Coach, the crowd is pretty quiet right now here on the home side
quiet
of the field. Independence.
Still, the speaker still works.
It does. That's correct. 3 wide here on the field. Waiting for the official to spot the ball. I don't know what the holdup is here.
Well, I just got a text from our producer down at the truck. He definitely was insistent that he also misses Shoney's. Lance.
Look, all-American burger.
The breakfast buffet.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, how do you go wrong?
Coach, that is grand cuisine right there.
Absolutely. I mean, you always hit up a Shoney's when you're heading to the beach. You on the way down? Yeah, I don't know how we get on the Shoney's topic, but you know what?
Coach, I think you're hungry.
I think
grab some pizza down there for us?
I'm not going to lie. I think at halftime I'm going to Google and say where's the nearest Shoney's because I don't know where there's one that's close. To be honest with you. You know what really hurt my feelings is when Captain D's closed in Franklin.
I don't know if that hurt my feelings.
Well, hurt your stomach.
Definitely didn't hurt your wallet. All you can eat shrimp for $2.99. Oh, man. Lance, I'm sorry. I apologize for Paul on my behalf.
Sometimes you just got to take it back, reminisce.
On that note, while we have a little bit of a pause here, shout out to Lance and his crew here on the cameras, making things happen for the game of the week. Lance down there in the party bus below us.
Nice warm party bus. Here we go.
All right, here we go. Ball's finally spotted, 3 wide. Sapone takes the snap, hands it to franchise Hartwell. Hartwell's taken down after about a gain of, we'll call it 8 on the play.
kind of go into a hurry up now is Coach
carry for the
Stidham has
Eagles,
said,
number
let's go.
6, Trey Hardwell.
Sapone, I don't need to talk to you. Don't run over here.
Hand it to 6.
Yeah.
Here we go. 3 wide again. Sapone looking, throws that quick out to number 9.
Oh!
Breaks, splits the defenders. Number 9 is going to be Daniel Morales.
Yep.
Morales splits the defenders. Coach, I thought he was going to break free and hit the blue end zone down there, a la Boise State. But they does get tackled, and he's on about 3-yard line here.
We'll have to tell our fans what that you're referencing the Boise State field. I bet you 99% of them are like, what did he say?
It's hard to watch a game there at Boise State.
Yeah.
They have a completely blue field. All right, here we go. Sapone out of the shotgun again.
Oh, high snap. Morales looking.
Sapone on the keeper.
What an absolute. Oh, and he dropped the ball?
Into the end zone. Was he down?
They're going to call him down.
They're going to call him down.
Oh, my.
On the carry for the Eagles.
Not
number 2,
reviewable, Coach. Although they will be watching it on that sideline jumbotron they have.
That's right. Maybe Lance could throw us a replay. I don't know.
In any regard, fumble or not, great goal line tackle there. And what I thought was a walk-in touchdown.
How about this?
Lance queuing it up from the party bus.
Man, well, everybody had their eye on 6 for sure. Hartwell going to run. Tremendous tackle, flip.
Yeah, he was on his back, it looked like, when the ball came out.
It's going to be close. This is Wildcat. Hartwell,
and it looks like he's going to be short.
Just keep running it again.
6,
He got about 2 inches on the play.
You know what? I don't know if he's ever practiced under center, but I would do it.
You know, that is a disadvantage when you are exclusively out of the shotgun, because this could be with a big back here. Easy money. Line up under center and just say go.
Yeah.
Page side getting loud here, making some
noise. They got big 74 back there in the fullback spot, kind of leading the way. He's coming.
Hartwell follows him, and he follows him into the end zone. Touchdown. Hartwell, number 2 on the night. 2 in the second quarter. It's going to bring our score 12-0.
Did they go for 2?
Second touchdown, second quarter. The numbers would align for that, Coach.
They're
what
not.
What do the analytics say here?
The analytics say go ahead and go for it. No, I don't know. I think they'd go for 1. I mean, they must have complete trust.
For the record, Coach said that as the field goal or extra point team already lined up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think they're going to go for 1 here, too. Coach.
Majewski did not have the success. Well, that looks fantastic.
He got a hold of that
one.
One after attempt is good.
So just like that, 13-0 to a stunned home Page crowd as Independence starts fast.
Well, you saw the jumbo package right there. There was nobody out wide. There was nothing.
Well, I'll tell you what, his body
design.
was not in the end zone. However, it looked like he stretched the ball forward there. Replays brought to you by Lance in the party bus downstairs. So it looks like he stretched the ball out.
Oh,
he's gonna.
Lance doing some reverse on us. Man, that is close. That is close.
There's Hartwell. He's going to be stopped. Good play there at the point of contact. Hard to see above, but you can see where his body lands here in the field of play.
Yeah.
But the ball must have broke the plane because the official said it did. So just like that, 13-0 Independence. 5:41 left here in your second quarter. There's the kick. Same position as last time. This time it's fielded cleanly by Page. Has a little bit of room, but there he goes. Good open field tackle there at the 30-yard line. Number 8, McLean Copeland on the return. Coach, you got to think that Page is starting to feel a little bit of sense of urgency. Hasn't been able to generate much on offense up to this point. And they're down 13-0 on the scoreboard. So they're going to need to potentially make something happen here on this drive. Still a lot of football game left, but Page has not exactly been an offensive juggernaut tonight. Hurd sends a man in motion. Out of the shotgun there. miscommunication there on the quarterback wide receiver exchange. Hurd threw a hitch. Number 34, Isaac Powell ran a fly route. So 2nd and 10 here.
Well, hold on to your hats, Nolensville fans. Franklin Admirals lead 13-0.
Hey, we said it. Franklin not what their record would indicate. Lots of close games. And that might be their highest offensive output of the season, Coach. Here we go. Page 4 wide. Hurd takes a snap, scans the field, throws the same route. Receiver ran another just short, quick comeback. Number 5, Independence, right there, read the play beautifully. Braden Needham just breaks on the football, slaps it down, and now 3rd and 10 here, Coach. Got to wonder what's in the playbook here for these Page Patriots, looking for some kind of momentum going into halftime here. Right now, down 13-0. Hurd has lots of room. 2 defenders there. Steps back.
It's a great
throws
pass.
it to number 3. Wide open there for the first down. Smart play there by Hurd to get rid of it to Henry Kaysen. So still alive on the drive.
Correction. Caught by number 3, Henry Kaysen. Tackle on the play by number 8,
1st and 10 on about the 42.
That is the United States Navy.
For those of you out there in our
First
listening
down,
audience,
Patriots!
tuning into the WCTV Game of the Week and not the NLCS, game is tied 1-1. Here we go, 4 wide for Hurd. 5 wide make it, no back, empty backfield. Hurd's back, scrambling, scanning the field, breaks a tackle, still has pressure coming. Hurd just throws it away smartly.
Oh, look at a late flag.
Is a late flag.
There is a flag.
This is going to be roughing the passer on 15. Coach, that is painful right there. So Drew Blaylock comes up and hits Hurd late after he throws to get the ball away. And there's a flag on the field. Waiting for the call here. It looks like he picked it up. No flag on the field. Or now they're walking it off.
Yeah, they called it.
All right, so no call over the inner. Oh, here we go.
Roughing the passer, number 15 of the defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So roughing the
That
passer,
is the
15
United
yards.
States Navy. First down, Patriots.
That roughing the passer call heard in Wilson County with these speakers. So here it is, 1st and 10 at the, excuse me, Independence 43-yard line. Hurd looking, blitz coming. Hurd steps up, uses his legs, gets about
on the carry
9 on the play.
Number 4, Colin Hurd.
Blitz picked up there beautifully.
Number 22, Dawson.
So Hurd there sees the blitz, Coach, and just steps up and attacks the opposite hole next to the blitz. Gets about 8 on the play.
And
this
7
is
yards on the play.
Page High School's best drive of the night here on about the 35-yard line. 4 wide, single back set. Hurd waiting for the snap. Scanning the field, throws a quick out route there to number 7. 7 makes a man miss. That's going to be
Colin Hurd's pass is complete
Listman.
to number 7, Ethan Listman.
Ethan Listman picks up the first down.
Xander Governor.
So Page taking their
A
time.
gain of 8 yards on the play.
Plenty of time
That
left
is
here in the
United
second
States
quarter.
Navy.
Just under 4
First
minutes.
down, Patriots.
4 wide again, 3 to the bottom side of the field, 1 to the top, single back set. Hurd takes the snap, throws it to his running back.
Cunningham.
Cunningham's going to be tackled after, we'll call it about a
Colin Hurd's
6-yard
pass is
gain,
complete to
make it
number 14,
7.
Ethan Cunningham. Tackled by number 8, Luke McNeely.
2nd and
A gain
3.
of 6 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 4 for the Patriots.
Call it 3.5 here from about the 22-yard line. Page threatening their most their deepest drive of the night, Coach. 4 wide, single back set. Hurd scanning the field, looking inside. Has number 3.
Wow.
Pass broken up. Good play there by the Independence safety. It's going to be number 24, right where my paper flips. That's going to be Ryan Holloway.
Man, tremendous job by the D-backs for Independence tonight. They've made it really difficult for the Page wide receivers to catch the ball.
Brings up third down.
And Hurd has put it right on the spot.
It's been some good throws for sure. Hurd definitely displaying the arm accuracy and strength tonight. Just solid play in the Independence secondary. 4 wide again, single back set. Hurd takes the snap, takes the shotgun rather. Pass broken up. I just compliment his arm and accuracy there, Coach, and he throws a dud to his running back.
How about a fastball?
And not much going there anyway, I don't think. I think Indy had that pretty well covered. But what that does is bring up a 4th down now. Page, without question, is going to line up anyway, see if they try to draw him here like they did last time.
Yeah, now this would be the time to do it.
Analytics would say to go for it here. You are right, I would think. Or it would be the time to at least try to draw him off sides. Clock's under 3 minutes.
Some confusion on the Indy defense for sure.
So the ball is snapped.
We got a flag.
Flag on the play. Pass is incomplete.
There's a flag on the play.
He may have known, Hurd may have known he had a free play right there because people aren't running off the field.
Page's offense isn't going anywhere. So whatever this is, if it's on Indy, it's going to be a first down because they only had 3 yards to gain.
Well, Indy's celebrating.
Yeah, so it looks like this is, and there comes the defense.
It's a legal shift.
You said looked like some confusion on the play. Illegal shift there on Page. And so just like that, the incomplete pass, penalties declined. And, Coach, they've left Independence 2 minutes and 56 seconds on the clock.
That penalties declined. First down. First and 10 Eagles.
You got to wonder here if Indy's going to open up with some kind of deep strike or something like that.
What do they say? Kick them while they're down.
So Sapone, arm strength also just as impressive as his counterpart Hurd on the other side. He can sling it. They got 3 wide here out of the shotgun. A monster of a running back. Sapone throws it quick. Slot receiver, he's got some room and he's got some wheels. And he's hit hard and ridden out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. Pickup of about 15 on the play.
Tackle on the play by the Patriots, number 20, Knight Wilson.
So, Coach, they take 7 seconds off the clock and they get about 15 yards.
Yeah.
And so he marks it at the 35 where he went out.
Play results in a first down for the Eagles.
Independence in their comfortable formation of 3 wide, single back. Sapone takes a snap, hands it off to Hartwell. Hartwell breaks it to the outside. Smartly goes out of bounds instead of trying to drive the defender to the ground. Saves precious time on the clock.
Hudson Amison.
You know, it's interesting that,
Second and 3.
in days of football today, 2 minutes is a lifetime. And if Indy scores, the Page does have a shot. So you're trying to remember. In the good old days, you just score, right? And you just D'd up. Now it's like don't score with too much time left on the clock.
So, and I think too, to your point, I wonder. Well,
here's backwards.
Penalty here. I don't know.
There's a flag on the play.
Wow, we got a deep penalty going here.
Dead ball, first to foul, number 74 of the offense.
Oh.
10-yard penalty from the end of the run. 15-yard penalty from the end of the
Well, this may change the play calling
Now, that
here a
is
bit,
absolutely
Coach.
true.
So now we're looking at second at about 18 after the unsportsmanlike on the lineman for Independence. And what I was going to say is once they get past the 50, does their play calling change a little bit? Because they still have 2 timeouts. But now we have a different conversation. They're going to need a chunk play right here just to get out of 3rd and long. They throw it out to their slot receiver, makes the catch, and he is going to be taken down at about the 34. He's taken down inbound, so the clock
Brooks
is still
Sapone's
running.
pass is complete to number 9, Daniel Morales.
So you have to wonder if Indy's
Tackled
just
by the
going to let
Patriots,
this thing
number
run
20,
down,
Dyke Wilson.
run the ball, and then
Gain
run
of
some
8
more
yards on
time
the
off
play.
and then punt it
Brings up
away.
Well, third and about 11.
down, Patriots end. Time to let your
Might go back to that
defense
screen pass.
And I love that call, Doug. I was about to say it.
Said they fouled that away. This might be a good time to run that again. Low risk, high reward play like that. We're in 3 wide, so it would be out of a different formation. There he goes. Hartwell goes out. Doesn't get it, but he hits a wide open number 45 for the first down.
Check your roster on that one.
Yeah, really, like he threw it to the kicker. However, that was 45, Justice Duarte. Tight end, outside linebacker, 6 foot, 180 junior.
Jordan Rutland.
So there you go, first down, Independence at the 46-yard line of Page. So big pickup there and a surprising call there, Coach.
Wow.
3rd and long, going for it like that. Down to about a minute and a half on the clock. 3 wide, single back set is Hartwell. Defense shifts, comes with a little bit of pressure.
Whoa.
Picks it up. 10 little shake and bake. Oh, that is the definition of a shoestring tackle right there,
You're
Coach.
exactly right.
Number 10, Peyton Curtin.
Peyton Curtin on the catch.
Tackled by the Patriots,
Left some
2,
ankles there on the
Rutland.
field, but then them ankles got put right back on and shoestring tackle.
Down for the Eagles.
Well,
First
see,
and 10
here's a
at the
situation with the
Patriots,
clock. You're now under a
31-yard
minute.
line.
You got Sapone that's having to go all the way to the coaching staff. It takes him about 10 minutes to get the play in. And
About 10 minutes.
10 minutes, 10 seconds. Whatever. Seems like 10 minutes.
3 wide here. Sapone scanning the field. We under a minute here. Taking a long time for this play, Coach. Sapone looking, scanning.
He's open.
Throws it outside. Incomplete.
Well, listen, that play took about 26 seconds.
But that pass falls.
Well, and that's okay if you have 11 minutes left in the quarter, but here they are under a minute, 34 seconds left. And so you have to wonder if they're just going to be content with taking shots here. They do have 2 timeouts left, and so they do have time to stop the clock, maybe squeeze 4 plays out of this drive
Well, Page is going to call the timeout.
while the clock wasn't running. So Page calls a timeout. Your score here on the WCTV Game of the Week, Independence 13, Page 0. And, Coach, I got to say, it's not surprising. I will say I'm surprised Page hasn't scored, but it's not surprising that Independence has the lead, playing an extremely difficult schedule, as we already mentioned in the opening comments.
Your Page Patriots would like to thank our platinum sponsors of Page Patriot Football.
Well, trying to get
Medical, Fossilman Automotive,
here we go.
and Spring
Let's
Hill.
get some.
Newton,
Let's get the
Detroit,
update on the Franklin Nolensville.
Ferguson
14-13
Enterprises,
Nolensville has come back. Is that what you had?
Page
I actually was
Yeah.
checking the Philly score, Coach.
Oh.
Support of Page
For your
Patriot
guy right there?
Football.
Well, I'm actually from Philadelphia, Coach.
What?
My cameraman here is. I got to appreciate the old school Flyers jersey. I got to love that. He's all decked out in the
This
Phillies
timeout
gear, looking
sponsored
sharp
by
tonight.
Stonegate Homes.
What do you know about the bullies on Broadway down there, the old Flyers?
Well, yeah, you don't see too many Flyer jackets running around here.
Here we go. Independence opening up with a bunch formation. This looks reminiscent of the screen
man.
they ran. Looked like
Sapone
Hartwell-
got plenty of green grass.
On the carry for the Eagles, number 2.
So Sapone using the wheels there. Coach, it looked like they're trying to set up the screen. Hartwell was sneaking out behind the defensive line, but the pressure came, and Sapone hit the Jets and scrambled out for a gain of 9, and more importantly, stops the clock. So we have now 26 seconds left on the play, or 2 play left in the second quarter.
Well, we had an injury.
Lineman shuffling in and out. That may come back to get him. I'm not sure.
Well, 73 was hurt on the play.
73, Kenny Johnson, 6'3", and a biscuit over 240.
He's a big
guy. Fella. So here we go, 4 wide. Single back set is Hartwell. Sapone out of the shotgun. Sapone takes a snap, rolls out to his right, has room in front of him. Throws it, Coach. He had a lot of green in front of him.
He did have a lot of green.
Brooks Sapone's pass is in for number 9.
20 seconds remain, Doug.
20 seconds
Coverage on the
left.
play by the Patriots, number 17, Hudson Amison.
20
Brings
seconds
up
left
second
here in our
down
first
and
half
10 for Eagles.
WCTV Game of the Week. You're visiting Independence Eagles on top of your Page Patriots by a score of 13-0. Some more shuffling here of the lineup. Independence breaks the huddle here. Looks like they're going 4 wide, single back set again. Hartwell, their first, second, third, and fourth down back in the backfield.
Here he
Sapone's
comes.
in the field, lots of pressure. Rolls out of it.
Oh,
That
no,
is
that's going to be a problem.
A grounding call. No flag on the play. Kind of confused there, Coach. I did not see a receiver.
There it was.
There it is.
There is a flag on the play.
Well, it's going to be a 4th down.
Oh, well, it's going to be a 4th and long also.
This is unfortunately taking him out of field goal territory.
Well, so you got 13 seconds left here, Coach. You got to wonder if they're just going to hand it off or if they're going to risk to go in the end zone. I got to think they're going to maybe look at that screen pass here or just hand it off to Hartwell.
Well, I'm going to disagree. I think they're going to take a shot at the end zone.
All righty.
Let's bet a Shoney's buffet on it.
Let's bet you a slice of pizza down there in the press box on it.
I'll just throw the box up here for you. Win or lose. Win or lose.
So third and we'll call it 40 here since they're on the 40 and they're going to look for a touchdown.
Keep your eye on Daniel Morales, number 9. If Sapone has time, get ready.
So Page showing pressure on the last couple. They rushed 6 here.
He got a flag.
We're going to get a free play, pass interference.
There is a flag on the play.
So that will not end the quarter. There's 7 seconds left. You're going to either have a hold or pass interference on this call, but I can tell you assuredly it will be on the defense. I'm confident in.
As the kids say, facts.
Facts. Big facts. So they're discussing here, looking at how much time is going to be on the clock and where the ball is going to go, I'm going to guess.
Holding, number 2, the distance, 10 yards, receive, 3rd down.
So holding, Coach, that's not as painful as originally thought because it's still 3rd and 20.
Yeah, hold them every time.
On the 29.
Tackle the receiver if you got to.
If you think you're going to give up a touchdown, just go ahead and tackle him.
Yeah.
All right, so timeout here, Independence.
Well, the thing is, if the penalty is after the expiration of time, they're going to get one more free play out of it. You know, with this wind, if you're giving up 10 yards, guess what? They're probably still not going to be able to kick the field goal.
No.
Because
no, it's gotten a little gusty out here tonight as the sun set here in Rudderville.
Well, you warned me about the parking. I
to
created
help you out.
I created my own space. Now the fingers crossed that I walk back.
Coach,
and my car's there.
Is parked between the 2nd and 3rd baseline on the softball field.
Actually, I'm in the end zone of the soccer field. I don't know what the end zone of a soccer field is, but the right behind the soccer goal.
So here we go with potentially 7 seconds left. Coach, maybe time to squeeze 2 plays out of this, depending.
Well, they got 1 timeout remaining. Will Katina or Morales be the receiver?
So 3 wide, Hartwell in the backfield. Sapone takes a snap. He's looking left all the way.
He was
going
trying
to
to
be behind, looking to run 2 plays here.
Yeah, he was.
So and that's 0 time left
that is
on the clock.
The first half of play.
There's no way.
Independence Eagles 13.
No.
Patriots.
Yeah, there was at least a second of that.
Correction.
1.
Looks like the defense and offense are staying on the field.
Please put 2 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, 100%.
So, Coach, it's okay to say I was
there
right.
Is timeout on the field.
You were right. But they're going to go for the end zone this play.
I would say that they are going to go for the end zone here now. So, yeah, Coach, they were going for a quick one there to the sideline. However, I think if he catches that, time's up because there's 2 seconds. By the time he goes down on the ground, unless he gets out of bounds, that's time over. don't know if I agree with that call, even though I called it. I don't know if I agree with it. And so here we go. We're looking at 4th and forever, 2 seconds left on the clock. So this will be the last play, regardless of how it turns out, unless there's a penalty on the defense.
And the good thing is, Page is going to get the kickoff to open the second half.
Yep.
So they got a shot to make this interesting coming out of the locker room.
Page showing a little bit of sloppiness here. Not sloppiness, I guess, just not clicking on all cylinders, coming back from fall break. So Coach Rathbone will take his troops here into the locker room at the half, hopefully to tighten some things up. The game far from over for the Patriots.
It is 4th down, Patriots fans.
4th down.
Keep your eye on the bottom of the screen away from the trips.
You got trips to the top of the field.
Going to have to throw it quick.
Ball's up and intercepted there in bounds at the 1 yard line, but however,
by number 2,
that is the end of our first half here. So your score at the half remains 13 Independence, 0 Page. Back after halftime, folks. All right, back at you here on the WC TV Game of the Week. Here with my buddy Paul Breece. I'm Doug Capella. Returning from a half that maybe some didn't expect here, Coach.
Kicking off for the Eagles.
Independence jumped out to a 13-point lead. They had the long drive and punched it in, headed by the big screen pass and play to Hartwell. And then they had the kickoff turnover that they also materialized into points. And Page, first half, just couldn't get anything going on offense, Coach.
Not at all. Not at all. You talked about the one turnover that was costly to Page and created that 13-0 lead, and now it's Page's turn to see if they've come out of the locker room. Still going with the pooch kick here with the wind in the back, and we do have a bobble again, and this could be a big problem. Or
well, they're not going to have good field position here, so they're down at about the 17-18. And Coach, I got to go back to one play where Indy was driving and the quarterback gets hit on the 1 yard line, and looked like it was confirmed to be a fumble potentially there that they called down. And so here in the broadcast booth, the Page announcer's not too pleased with that call, but the play goes on, and in any regard, it's 13-0.
Again, throw the records out the books with 4-4 Indy. I mean, they've played some very tough teams, and it shows why they are, playoff ready right now.
So here you got Page opening up out of the pistol. Handoff, number 14 is going to get about 8 yards on first down. So good play there.
Patriots, number 14, Ethan Cunningham.
Ethan Cunningham, their feature back there.
15, Drew.
Yeah, Cunningham had the first miss, and it got him some positive yardage. Now it's going to be second and short. It would be interesting to see if Hurd kind of gets a throw here just to keep him on balance.
So Page offense a lot tighter here. They're going with two tight up back and a single back. Well, not spreading it out.
Yeah,
I mean, they were maybe 3-4 wide in the first half.
Coach Rathbone may have gone to the locker room and said, you know what, guys, we're going to just run this ball down their throats and see if they can stop us.
Well, and it looks like, again, they're in a tight formation, single back. Again, third straight handoff of the night. Lots of running room there. Gain of about 8 or 9, flag from about 15 yards away.
Well, that's normally face mask.
Face mask, hold, or a late hit, one of those variety.
Well, I didn't see the late hit. There wasn't anybody holding up front. This would be the worst-case scenario. The back judge just had an arm on him on that flag, too.
Coach, face mask, there you go. Inadvertent variety. They don't have that in the big leagues anymore, but this is inadvertent 5-yard face mask. Page right on the ball, running tempo. So here we go, fourth straight handoff for Page. This time, the gain neutralized at about 3 or 4.
Patriots, number 14,
Coach,
Ethan Cunningham.
the hair on the back of my neck is
Eagles,
telling me
number
the wind
25,
has picked up
Cruz.
tonight.
Gain of 4
Yeah,
on the play.
100%.
Blowing in a north-south direction here.
Well,
so across the field.
I don't know if you saw this, but Indy brought in the big D lineman right there, 74, hopefully to bottle things up in the
Yeah, he's going to take up some space there. So still, nonetheless, same formation, handoff, different back this time. That's going to be number 22, Deuce on the carry, and that is going to be Brendan Ains
on the carry. For the Patriots, number 22, Brendan Ains. Tackled by the Eagles, number 23.
So, yeah, Cunningham went 4 straight. Ains has got 1. And Coach Rathbone said, let's scrap it, boys. We're going heel to heel on the offensive line, and we're about to run it down your throats. Get ready, Indy.
Well, and when you got going what works, again, another run play, still carrying defenders, gain of about 9. Heard it said last week during a great football weekend, when you're going with what works, don't rob from your profits. Keep running downfield. Don't steal from the profits. No need to throw a pass here, Coach. They're getting 4, 5, 8, 9 yards a carry.
Here's the good news for you, Doug. The run game means faster clock, means getting out of this wind, buddy.
That's right. Still in the tight formation here, 1 wide. See if they go with a 6th straight handoff.
Oh, sure.
Yep, there we go. Cunningham straight up the middle, and that's going to be another first down.
On the carry for the Patriots, number 14.
Well, tremendous coaching
Cunningham.
by Coach Rathbone and his staff to make an adjustment. It may be running back committed right here.
Drew Blaylock.
Well, and good on Coach Rathbone to make some adjustments at half. Pass game just not clicking for Hurd and company. So big 7-4 runs off and is told to run back on, and he has reached target heart rate, Coach. That's the most he's run in probably 3 weeks. So he lines up and anchors that nose position. Again, 7th straight run. This time, Indy bottles it up after a gain of about 2 on the play.
You know, Coach Rathbone may have also took it into effect the wind with the passing game.
Yep.
I don't, you know, up here it is really whipping. I don't know what it is down on the field.
Well, you can see the flag in the caddy corner end zone there. It's a ginormous American flag, and it is almost fully outstretched with the wind. So definitely some wind on the field. But Page is going to be content here. Still got a little motion here. Hurd back to pass. Has a man down the middle, and it is picked off.
We got him.
Independence picks it off. Number 9 still on his feet. Flag on the play. 9 dancing down. Good block downfield. Still on his feet at the 50. Coach, we got to sort out some laundry on the field.
Pass intercepted by number 9.
Looks like the interception will stand, but we may have a block in the back on the return.
Back on the about the 21, we had a block in the back. And, you know, I don't know if the wind held that ball up, but definitely got the coverage to get over there on the interception.
Well, I'll tell you, when the play was materialized and I saw the receiver and I was like, oh, he's open. And as soon as Hurd let it go, I was like, that's touchdown. And it just sailed in the air. Indy was there to scoop it up.
After the interception, illegal block in the back. Number 74 on the return team. That's 10 yards.
So as called by myself and my partner, they're after the interception, a block in the back. But what that means for Indy is they're going to take over on what was a promising drive, so just a killer turnover here.
Did the wind play a factor? Well, there's your proof.
Lance downstairs picking up and showing the flag there in the corner. Just as he shows it, the wind dies down.
Well, let me tell you, it's a windy city up here. Chicago 2.0.
First and 10 Eagles at their own 12-yard line.
You know, and I just said don't steal from your profits. They pounded the ball, and then they decide to throw a pick. Indy says, hey, what you can do, I think I can do better. Hartwell to the outside, cuts it back in. He's going to get a minimal gain for him, which is about 3. Coach Hartwell falls forward and gets 3 or 4.
Yeah, that's right. So not a bad first down here for the Eagles.
Yeah. Indy just looking to create some space. They were kind of backed up on their own 12-yard line.
And you got to give the Indy defensive backs a lot of props tonight because they have covered well and have made things difficult for Hurd, a tremendous quarterback.
Yeah, and so just like that, it's Independence ball. About we'll call it 5.5 to go on the play. 2 wide to the bottom side of the field, Twins, and then we got a single back set shotgun. Sapone steps back, looks, scanning the field, making some room, running around, cuts to the outside, gets a block, still running on his feet. That's going to be a hold by number 1-4 there.
There is a flag on the play.
One of the better tackles of the game here, Coach. Unfortunately, it's going to be a holding call. Generally, if you have your hands on someone and you tackle them to the ground in the blocking motion, that's going to be a hold. So the referees here to sort it out. As imagine as the speaker of the Titanic echoes here in front of us, it will be holding on the offense.
Yeah, so Indy kind of shooting themselves in the foot.
Yep, he already signaled holding there. We just haven't heard it over the jumbo speaker here. So they're backing him up.
Dunham holding, number 28 of the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat, second down.
So we're going to go from 2nd and 5 to not sure where so it's from the spot of the foul.
Second down and 5.
Still 2nd and 5, so they just get a redo here. So on that play, Sapone scrambled, made something out of nothing, but just had some holding on the play. Out of the shotgun, 4 wide, single back set. The handoff there to Hartwell, and he is met by a scrum, Coach. That looks like a rugby scrum there that he just ran into. And so that's going to be no gain on the play. Well, minimal gain of about 1. So 3rd, and we'll call it a long 4.
On the carry for the Eagles.
I would love to see that screen pass.
Coach, we've been calling for it.
Of the Patriots,
we have not been able to speak that one into existence, however.
3rd down, Patriots fans. Time to let your
Page needing a stop here on this 3rd and 4 play. 4 wide, Twins to the top, Twins to the bottom of the field, single back set. Sapone out of the shotgun takes the snaps, looking to the left side, pump fakes, still looking, telling his receiver to go deep, throws it up, jockeying, and that's going to just be out of the stretch of number 9 for Independence, Daniel Morales.
Pass intended for number 9, Daniel Morales, is incomplete.
So, Coach, Sapone's an interesting quarterback here because he doesn't seem to get rattled. He had pressure all around him and he motions for his receiver to extend the play and go deep, but then he just overthrows him on the play.
Yeah, he may have been able to run for it, right, like you said.
Now a punt formation for the Eagles, number 39, Andrew Baker.
So here Independence lines up to punt.
McLean Copeland.
Heels at the 4-yard line on their own side of the field. Snaps back and good. Punt is up. It's a knuckleball straight back. This is going to take that friendly Independence bounce. Number 8 looking for some room for Independence, and he's going to lose a couple yards. And so, Coach, he punted from his 5-yard line. And so that is going to be we're going to got to do math here, 45 and 30, 75-yard change in field position, roughly, give or take. Hold the 1, carry the 3. So here we got Page taking over on they mark it at the 23-yard line. And they are back in that tight formation, Coach, looking to, again, maybe just run the ball right down the field here. We'll see what Coach Rathbone calls. So they're run number 1. That's going to be 3 to 4 yards there. Not a bad pickup on 1st down. Coach, you got to have a feeling that they're going to have some oxygen tanks out there for Cunningham and Ains if they run this down the field. That's their 2 backs that they go to.
Well, tell them to turn around and face the wind. Hold their mouth open.
Breathe it in for real. All right, so same formation. They got 1 wide receiver deep on the opposite side of the field. They're not going to go to him. Simple handoff here. That time stopped in his place there.
On the carry for the Patriots, number 14.
As the kids would say, on site right there. Stopped, met in the hole. So you're going to have about 3rd and 3 here, Coach.
Don't get fancy.
Well, you would think that would be the common sense call, but as my dad would say, Coach, common sense ain't all that common. So sometimes you get fancy here when you don't need to. I'm going to guess, Coach, that they are not going to get fancy here. But we shall see.
I mean, if they do, it would be Hurd on a keeper because he's just as good as any kind of running back.
There's a snap. Hurd bobbles a handoff, hands it off Cunningham, and he is going to be tackled a yard short of the first down. Big hit. Number 15 for your Independence Eagles, Drew Blaylock. Woo! Tight end, defensive line.
Yeah.
So 6'3", 230, and he brought every pound of that to take Cunningham down. And it's 4th and 1, Coach. You got to wonder.
Hard count time.
Yeah, this would be not on 4th and 7. However, 4th and 1, you could run a hard count here. Oh, they snap it. There's the handoff.
Oh,
Coach,
my.
He is not going to get, well, he's
Where
close.
is he? They going to blow it dead?
On the carry for the Patriots.
They stopped the clock, which is a bad sign for the Eagles.
This is going to potentially.
They're moving the chains, it looks like.
Tackled by the Eagles, number 19, Xander Governor.
Coach, that was close, and at first glance, I did not think he had it. But I think they were able to push the pile there a little bit, maybe the benefit of a generous spot, because he was met about a yard in the backfield. But my spot doesn't matter, so it's 1st and 10 on the 34-yard line. Page staying in the same formation. In the same formation. One receiver to the top of field. 12 goes in motion. Handoff there up the middle for a gain of maybe 3. That's number 12 for your
on the carry for the
Patriots.
22, Brendan Ains.
Correctly, 22, Brendan Ains. Coach, with 3 minutes left, can they afford to really go down 3 and 4 yards at a time here is another question. Because they need 2 scores.
Yeah.
And you got to think that Independence is going to still try to score. So can they do this for the next quarter and 3 minutes and put 2 scores on the board?
Obviously, being stuck on 0, Independence is not giving up any kind of big plays. But positive yards is better than no yards.
Another handoff there, a little more running room here. But
carry
again,
for the Patriots,
Coach, they got 3, and then they got about 4 or 5. So it's 3rd and short. And, Coach, just like that, 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter.
We're moving.
Moving right along.
For the Patriots.
Coach Rathbone probably not dressed for the weather.
Got some interesting musical talents going on down there on the sideline.
I don't know which one you'd be, the drummer, the holder. I don't know.
So 3rd down and short. There's a handoff. Good stiff arm by Ains, but he's going to be brought down for.
On the carry for the Patriots, number 22, Brendan Ains.
Looking to wait for the spot here, so he's going to be short. It's going to be 4th and about a half of a yard.
And already converted 1 4th down this.
They bring in big 7-4.
Gain of 1 yard on the play.
Oh, we're going to stop the clock.
Timeout on the field.
Get a measurement action.
Looks like they're going to measure. Gives. Well, 74 just ran on the field. Now he's got to run off.
Yeah,
so.
Coach, I'll just be here by the ball.
Coach, I'm going to I'm going to spot the ball, Coach.
Custom home builders in Middle Tennessee. Stonegate Homes prides itself.
I don't believe this is going to be a first down. And so this is as close to a critical junction in this game that we will have all night. Because if Page does not convert here, which they are short by about a foot. So if they don't convert here, Coach, they are in a very compromised situation with 1:52 left in the third quarter. And Indy favorable field position. You got to believe, though, that Rathbone's going to go for it here because he already went for it on 4th down closer to his own end zone.
Well, we got a score update. Nolensville is leading now 21-13. Colby Walton completed a 21-yard touchdown pass to Chance Fitzgerald. And the Knights up 21-13 over the Admirals of Franklin.
Well, and you got to think, too, if Nolensville ends victorious in that one, they got to like their chances to finish the season undefeated. They go on to play Franklin County, who is not a pushover, but they are not a powerhouse in their area. So I think they are about 500 as far as record goes. So here you go. Back to this game, 4th and about a foot. See if Hurd tries a hard count here. Fumble on the play. And he's going to be tackled. He laterals it. Excitement on the field here, but he is going to be tackled for about a 6-yard loss. Coach Hurd fumbled the ball on the snap. You know, we say don't get fancy or cute. He's been out of the shotgun all night. He runs up on center to take the snap, not what he's used to, and he fumbles the football right there, and it ends in absolute disaster for this Page Patriot drive. And now we have Independence not only taking over where the ball was, but they lost about 6 yards on the fumble, so they're going to take over at the 34-yard line, and the defense is back on the field. for Page. Coach, you got to think if Independence is able to punch something in the end zone here, that might be all she wrote, because Page hasn't been able to generate offense the whole night, and they're going to be down 3 touchdowns going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, this is going to be a huge drive for the Eagles. Even if they get some points, they may just put the nail in the coffin.
So as I expected, handoff to Hartwell there. Again, we have the rugby scrum on the field. Finally, a whistle blows it dead, and he gains about 6.5 on the play. Hartwell he is what the kids might say, Coach, a grown man on the field. Large in stature and just moving the pile there. Clock winding down about 1:10 and counting. Sapone, Coach, may want to decide to run cross-country in the offseason. He's run about 19 miles tonight, just going back and forth on the sideline. So they come out in 3 wide. You got to think that Hartwell is going to get the ball here, not just to get yards, but to chew that clock. Sapone takes a fumble on the snap, running around.
Oh, my.
Throws it. Receiver in the vicinity. Coach, that was dangerous.
That was real dangerous.
That was dangerous. However, Sapone was about to get tackled for a loss of 15 yards and manages to get it in the realm of a receiver and not get picked off. So that's the second time, Coach, he's thrown out of a hostile situation, just throws it up in the air and benefits from it not being a turnover.
Huge. That could have been a loss of about 20.
I think that the plan was to go to Hartwell there, but the snap was high and Sapone bobbled it. So here you have 3rd and about 4.5.
Man, if the Patriots hold right here, this is a huge stand.
3 wide, Twins at the top of the field, shotgun. Sapone takes a snap, fakes the handoff.
It's a long throw. Uh-oh.
Throw to the
that was Morales, I believe.
Slot receiver on the inside of the top of the field. Looked like contact may have gotten there a smidge early.
Yeah, the tackle looked like it was happening before the ball. I thought if the defender was smart, he was going to make a play on the ball.
You know, Coach, I always worry about them long throws like that, because you're right. If the defender sits on that and reads that key, that's going the other way, a long way down the field. Fortunately for Indy, the player on defense played the person and not the ball and made the tackle without the ball being there.
Well, with the wind situation, that ball held up a little bit longer than probably the normal. 4th and 5, hard count. This is your time. Can Indy pick up a cheap?
This is a little bit of a head scratcher here, Coach, because if Indy knew they were going to go for it on 4th down, I may have just opted to hand it to Hartwell 2 times.
Yep.
Right? You got a big back. That's what he does. He puts hay in the barn with these short carries. And so if I'm going to go for it on 4th down, I'm going to run Hartwell back to back. But they opt to throw on that 3rd down, brings up 4th down correction, about 4. And so we have a timeout on the field. Not clear who called it. Looks like timeout Independence. So they're going to talk about this, Coach.
Well, we got some scores from around the county. Brentwood Bruins are taking on the Beach Buccaneers, a very tough 5A opponent, by the way. And the Beach Buccaneers lead 27-6 late in the 3rd quarter. Hey, Summit Spartan fans, big win tonight. 47-0 over Shelbyville. So good for Summit on homecoming night, and they're at home right now. They're cuddled up. They're out of the elements.
Make your lunch or dinner plans easy with the Nashville
So
Pizza
good for
Company.
them. Hey, big game for my man. Hold on. I'm going to get it pulled up here. Dominic Hollis, 13 carries, 262 yards, 3 touchdowns. Big game.
I'll take that average.
262 on the ground.
All right, so here we got 4 wide for your Independence Eagles on a crucial 4th down play. Could be a nail in the coffin.
Screen.
Oh, screen. They had it set up. Coach, we knew they were going to come back to it. So there it was, but it was incomplete. And big 7-2 for the Patriots was sitting waiting on that play. He also put that away in his mind when they ran that and said, I'll be ready. Ball incomplete. Page takes over on downs.
Yeah. When you're a D lineman and they don't block you and they let you run straight to the quarterback, something is up. And
you're either about to get hit by a pulling guard or there's a screen coming. All right, so here we go. Page takes over on downs, 31 seconds here in the third quarter. They widen it up again.
Yeah.
3 wide out of the pistol formation. Still another handoff. Cunningham, he is hit hard by 31 for Independence. Coming out of nowhere, making the tackle is Drake Garvin.
Man, talk about, that hole looked like I could have ran through it, and it closed quickly.
Correction, Hunter Burton on the tackle.
Yeah, Burton came out
5'11", 175, and brought every bit of that and maybe a couple other biscuits with him and hit that running back and just took him straight to the ground. 2nd and 7 here.
That is the end of the third period of play.
So there you have it. End of 3. And our score remains 13 for your visiting Independence Eagles, 0 for the shocked and stunned home Page Patriots. And, Coach, if you're a Page fan, you got to think this was a good tune-up game for the Patriots. But if this holds to be true, you got to think they have more questions and answers after this game, as Indy has come into their house and kind of beat them up a little bit.
Absolutely. I mean, you're talking about the defending 5A state runner-ups. Man, you talk about trap games all the time, right? You just lost a tough game 2 weeks ago to Nolensville, who probably is going to be the winner of that game in the playoffs. Could go to the state finals. Then you get a bye week, unfortunately. And, now you're trying to look ahead maybe to the playoffs. This game is not really a region contest, doesn't really affect the outcome. But what it does affect is momentum. And you need momentum heading into the playoffs here.
All right, Patriot fans, it is fourth quarter, Friday night in Rhodeville.
Well, and so you got 12 minutes to do what you couldn't do in 36, Coach, and that's put points on the board for Page. 2nd and 7 at about the 33-yard line on their side of the field. 3 wide out of the pistol. Hurd takes the snap, handoff to Cunningham, and he's going to be tackled for no gain. So, Coach, 3rd and long here. What has Rathbone got in the playbook for 3rd and long as they're heading into dangerous territory where they just may not have time here, Coach. They may not have time unless they get some kind of quick strike long play here. But they are going to have to get some yards. This is 4-down territory for sure.
Yeah.
But they're looking at 3rd and 7 right now. Waiting for the play to come in. You might want to think Page would have a little bit more urgency here. If we looked at how the first quarter played out, at maximum, Page is going to have 3 possessions here in the third quarter, so they need to score on 2 of them and not allow Indy to score. Hurd scanning the field. He's going to be hit from behind and sacked by Independence number 22, Deuce on the sack for Independence rather. That's going to be Dawson Moore on the tackle, outside linebacker. Hurd doesn't get sacked too often, Coach. Big guy in there. He just got sacked for about a loss of 2 on the play.
Listen, Doug, I'd be remiss if I didn't, again, say tremendous job by the D-backs of Indy. That's a coverage sack in my books.
All day long. He didn't have a lot. Well, he had a lot of time forced out of the pocket, and Hurd's first inclination sometimes is to just take off and run. Well, 22 was hot on his tail and got him from behind and took him down for the sack. So Page back to punt.
Oh!
Coach, that was almost blocked. That's going to be roughing the kicker right there. Coach Lineman, big guy, comes in untouched. Well, I don't know if this is going to be running into or roughing.
It is down at the 10-yard line. There is a flag on the play.
5 yards. Listen, I would just decline the penalty. It was a fantastic punt.
Well, they may keep the penalty and decide to go for it because that's going to make it about 4th and 2.
Well, that is true.
So, Coach, all the lineman had to do is get in front of him, put his hands up. He was right in front of the kicker as the ball was kicked. And instead of blocking it, he actually runs into him.
Well, we're going to get it right here.
Running into the kicker, 5-yard penalty, free kick.
Well, it says re-kick.
Yeah,
I don't know that Page is kicking anything right here.
It's going to be about 4th and 2.
4th and 2, you got to wonder if they're going to go for a hard count or maybe snap it on the 3rd or 4th, although sometimes that creates a false start, Coach.
Sometimes not in your favor.
And so we shall see here. They haven't spotted the ball forward yet. They're moving it up. So it's going to be 4th and a short 2, actually. So 4th and about 1.5 yards. And, Coach, they've generally been able to get at least 2 yards when they run.
It is 4th down and 2 for the Patriots.
So they're back in their tight formation here. Hurd out of the pistol.
Well, we'll see right here.
The officials
stoppage.
Got a stoppage by the officials. Don't know what's going on.
The white hat was like, whoa, I said re-kick. What's going on? They're going for it?
The officials are sorting some things out here. So we got 10 minutes and 8 seconds here. And what I was saying, Coach, is now if they get this, they have this drive and maybe one more, depending on how much time they take. So they have to score on this drive or their chances to pull this out is going to go way down. So it's a handoff to Cunningham. He's got some room straight up the field past the 50 to the 46.
On the
Cunningham may have just saved this game with that run. Picks up about 15, 20 yards on the play. Huge hole there for Cunningham.
Well, here's the deal. Independence has not given up any points, and we're less than 10 minutes in this game to go. Well, you see Cunningham finally getting some daylight. One of the first times. Tremendous job. The secondary, when you have your secondary leads the team in tackles on a week, that's never a good sign. This week, it's been the front.
Handoff to Cunningham. He's going to have some room here.
On the carry for the Patriots.
Gain of about 7.
Ethan Cunningham.
So Page just gashing this Independence defense. But, Coach, you can't say that they're tired. There's been huge breaks in between plays with measurements and timeouts and roughing penalties and punt penalties. And the defense has not had much action, but they're driving down the field here, Page is, as we approach the 9-minute mark in the 4th quarter. It looks like they're just going to be content to just pound the rock here and see if their defense can make a play. Hurd again takes the snap, hands it off to Ains. Ains around the corner, and he's going to be bottled up, but falls forward. Tough running there, going to be close. Slightly short there.
Ains.
Ball on about the 38-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Coach, you got to think that they got to run some tempo here and just have the next play ready when that play's over, because all they're doing is running the ball here. It should be, hey, left or right. Randy or lefty. You know what I'm saying?
and you're running it for 3-4 yards every time, and it's taking you about 30, 45 seconds in between each play.
You got to wonder if on one of these plays they're going to try to get cute again here and do something different. So here we got 3rd and 1. Handoff there to Ains. Ains is going to have the first down, and he's pushed back, but he already got the first down.
For the Patriots,
so 1st down and 10 on the 36-yard line.
33, Reece Pickering.
Clock's getting close to 8 minutes here.
Gain of 3 yards on the play. That is the United States Marines.
So Ains came in to spell Cunningham. Cunningham back in.
Well, this wind is now, I think, if they decide to throw a pass, I think it's
when you look at the flag over there in the corner, it's rolling, so wind's blowing. Page still in their what I'll call a jumbo formation here out of the pistol. Toss play, Cunningham to the outside. He's going to get about
on the carry for
2 or 3 on the
14,
play.
Ethan Cunningham.
Call it 2 on the play, so we're going to have 2nd and about 8. Independence doing a good job there sealing the perimeter. They haven't given the outside up all night, forcing Page to run in between the tackles. And Page has had some success there, but turnovers and just drives that have stalled, just haunting the Patriots as they get deep into this 4th quarter. Hurd again hands it off. Gains about 8 or 9, close to a first down.
Ethan Cunningham.
So Hurd, a talented quarterback with a strong arm. Independence has forced him into a role of just taking a snap and handing the ball off, something Hurd is not used to so far this season. But you got to go with what works, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it doesn't look like they're in any kind of hurry. I mean, it's just no sense of urgency.
So here's the same formation. This time ball on about the 26. Hurd takes a snap, hands it off again. Cunningham that time is going to be met in the backfield.
On the carry for the Patriots, number 14, Ethan Cunningham.
So this is now going to be
tackled by the Eagles, number 30.
They lost a couple.
Lost a couple on the play. So fourth down and a long 2, call it 3. And, Coach, now that we're this deep into this quarter, barring any craziness, if they don't get the first down here, this might be ball game. Still a lot of time to play, like you said. Coaches have figured out a way to make hours out of minutes in the day and age of football that we live in, but not boding well for Page. Handoff right up to Ains. Ains is going to have your first down.
For the Patriots, number
So, Coach,
22,
I believe that is their
Ains.
third fourth-down conversion on this drive.
Absolutely.
A gain of
it's
4
not by getting
yards on the
fancy.
play.
No.
That is
No, they
the
have not
United
gotten
States
cute or
Marines.
fancy or
First
anything on this
down,
drive. As a matter of fact,
Patriots.
it's between the guard and tackle every play all but one, and outside it got stuffed for about a gain of 1. Here we got a man in motion.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
here
got
we
a throw.
go.
It's
Room to run. There's Hurd's wheels, and he's going to be taken down low.
On the carry
Gain
for the
of about
Patriots, number
7.
4, Colin Hurd.
Back up on his feet.
Tackled by number 7, Steel Katina.
Clock is stopped for some reason.
we got a flag on the play.
Big flag on the play.
It's probably going to be a hold, Coach, if I were to be a
Or
guessing man here.
They were setting up for a screen. On the left side, they couldn't hit it, and that's why Hurd had to pull it down. But it's definitely going to be on the Patriots for sure.
Well, and based off of them getting 3 and 4 yards of play, Coach, that's a killer right there. They've only had one big play on this drive, courtesy of the legs of Cunningham, where he burst through a hole and got about 15 or 16 yards. So this, just a killer on this drive.
2 flags on the play. Illegal motion on the offense. That penalty is declined.
So illegal motion and holding on that drive.
You know, on that play when the motion was sent, you knew that they weren't going to run the ball.
Yeah.
As soon as that motion happened, the Independence Eagles realized, hey.
So now you got 1st and 20 from the 35-yard line, and this may force them out of this extremely conservative offense. And just like that, Page is in 4 wide. Number 3 on the bottom side of the field here looks confused. Hurd takes a snap, scanning the field, throws it.
Wow.
Coach, Independence has shut down the secondary tonight. I mean, no fly zone back there for this Page offense. Not much that Page is connected on in the way of passing. As a matter of fact, I would love to see the numbers because I'd imagine Hurd has only completed 3 or 4 passes, and those have been into the flat. So anything downfield has been incomplete for Hurd, just struggling to find separation in the secondary. So we got 2nd and 20, 4 wide out of the shotgun, single back for Hurd. Takes the snap, looking downfield, looking to run, tucks it. Hits 19 downfield. 19's going to be out of bounds at about the 18. No flags on the play.
Number 19, Calvin Cortaba.
So that's the respect they have for Hurd's legs. Hurd was about to take off running. The defensive secondary moved up to make the tackle, which left number 19 wide open. Hurd hits him for a gain of about 17 on the play. 4 yards to go here, 3 or 4 yards to go on 3rd down, so much more manageable for this Page offense. 3 wide to the top, 1 to the bottom. Hurd looking downfield, looking to take off running. Page stays home on defense, and he is not going to have the first down.
For the Patriots, number 4, Colin Hurd.
Excellent job there by the Independence line to penetrate only about a yard deep, not allowing Hurd to create a running lane up the middle.
Brings up 4th down.
So we're stuck at 4th and 4 here. Again, Coach, another 4th down for this Page offense, and we are down at around 4 minutes left to play in this ball game. Out of the shotgun, Hurd scanning the field, throwing
it's
deep
going to be
route,
underthrown.
broken up, Coach. That was Hurd throwing to a spot that just wasn't open.
Solid Hurd's pass intended for number 12.
Independence is going to take over on downs. And to Independence's credit, they have just shut down the Page aerial assault tonight.
Man, a very impressive defensive. I mean, this is one where you show the film and go, I can't find anything wrong, guys.
Yeah. Yep. Coach, you might want to take that defensive secondary.
Don't say it. To Shoney's?
To Shoney's.
Let's go.
There you go. Well done. Well done tonight by this Eagles secondary.
Man, what if Shoney's decided to sponsor this?
Free breakfast for the rest of your life,
Yeah, that's
Coach.
right.
So Hartwell here gets the pitch to the outside. Not where a running back like Hartwell of his size and stature is going to make a living.
Carry for the Eagles, number 6,
Here's the deal.
Tackle by the Patriots,
We're not going to get fancy, are we, Independence?
No. We are just at 3 minutes, 45 seconds.
Hey, Trey Hartwell, get ready. We're going to hand it to you 2 more times.
The doctor prescribed a heavy dose of Hartwell, and that's what they're going to get. This Page defense is going to see Hartwell up and close, I'm going to imagine, for at least the next 2 plays. Second down and about 8. Independence in no hurry to snap this ball. There it is to Hartwell. Hartwell takes his handoff.
Going to be close to a first down.
Going to be close to a first down. You got to think if they pick up this first down, one more eliminates any hope.
Yeah, under 3 minutes now.
The Eagles, number 6, Trey Hartwell. Tackle by the Patriots, number 22, Brendan Ames.
Fast-moving second half here, too, Coach.
Well, here's the good news. We're not at Independence.
Third down and 1 for the Eagles.
Coach, if you've ever tried to leave Independence after a football game.
Yeah, you know what? I did it last week. It took me about 35 minutes.
Not a marvel of engineering over there. So it's third and Hartwell here, I'm going to imagine, as the snap waits on the quarterback's signal. There it is, and the ball does go to Hartwell. Takes a jab step, but is going to be short here.
On the carry for the Eagles, number 6.
So it's going to be fourth and about 2.5. You got to think Independence is going to punt it here. Timeout on Page to stop the clock.
Play by number 64.
Just over 2 minutes to play here. And what's been, aside from a couple penalties, Coach, a pretty clean football game here. Did not expect for Page to be scoreless here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, if you had the under, you're in great shape.
This might as well be a Thursday night football game with the way those have been going, aside from last night. So 2:24 here left. Each side with 2 timeouts. You got to believe that Page is going to burn all they got here, trying to save time. That way, should a miracle happen, they can go to their onside kick or something like that. And you got to think they're coming all after this punt right here. Although, we'll see number 8 may want to have a chance to return this, although, Coach, punts have been weird tonight.
Yeah, obviously with the wind, but,
number 39.
Are they going to bring the house to try to block it?
Andrew Biggins.
Well, it doesn't look so. The pressure is in all the wrong spots here if they're going to try to punt this. Not a good snap. Maybe if they did come after it, they would have had a chance.
That's a great
ball
kick.
Hits, rolls, continues to roll. And that's going to be down at about the Page 38.
Yeah.
So 2:13, and Page will take over on the 38-yard line.
First and 10, Patriots.
Coach, they got to score in 2 to 3 plays here, or they're just not going to have a chance.
Yeah. Listen, while we're on this topic, and this may be our last Shoney's reference in our WCTV career, Lance down in the truck just gave us the 2 locations nearest. One on Dickerson Pike near the airport.
And Gunnersville, Alabama.
Lewisburg.
Oh.
Lewisburg. So maybe Nolensville can catch it on the way down when they play Lewisburg in 5A. I think so.
Quick pass out to number 7. Not a bad play, right?
No.
Let's take a quick hitter, get about 8 or 9 here. Then we can get in long ball territory.
Gain of 9 on the play.
Well, that time they
Second
did
down and
seem to
1
bring
for
a
the
little more
Patriots.
pressure than usual. It looks like they brought the linebacker, so it looks like they're going to try to keep everything in front of them. Just try to make the sure tackle and not, give up a big play.
5 wide here. Hurd pressured, rolls out, pointing downfield, has time.
Oh, my.
Hurd's going to roll. Coach, he was tackled inbounds.
Yeah.
That's going to be a first down.
First down, but the clock will start once the chains are set.
They need to go ahead and have a play. Everybody go deep on one.
5 yards on the play.
So here we go. Chains are set. Players running around. Coach, it's hard to rely on something to win the game that hasn't been successful at all game.
That is true.
But Page is trying to do just that. 5 wide out of the shotgun. Hurd, empty backfield. Looking downfield. Throws to the outside.
That's a good throw.
Good throw. 12 trying to get out of bounds and does.
Yeah.
Coach, I thought he was going to be tackled inbounds there, which would have been not a great look for this Page offense, but they're doing what they need to do, getting down in chunks, getting out of bounds. And so they are on about the 34-yard line. You got to wonder here if they're going to start taking shots at the end zone because they're going to have to save time for an onside kick and a recovery to have any chance in this ball game. Minute 29 left on the clock. Hurd takes a snap. He's looking downfield, looking deep. In the middle of the field, that may have been the dagger.
Yeah.
Almost picked off there by number 8. Again, anything over the middle, they're giving the sidelines up. They're saying, go ahead, take us 7-8 yards of play, but you are not going to come across this middle of the field or deep on us. And, Coach, they've stood by that. They haven't given up anything deep tonight. They've given up a couple long runs, and by long, I mean 15 yards. Nothing deep. The secondary, again, just nullifying any open field out there.
Plenty of
Hurd
time.
looking deep, looking in the end zone, overshoots number 7.
I mean, blanketed.
Coach, you had 3. They have 13 on the field.
I was going to say, where's the back judge to count the number of defenders out there?
That's what it looks like anyway, because they had every man covered in 5 wide, and that receiver down the middle had 3 defenders on him at the play. So here we go. They can catch their breath for a minute because the pass was incomplete, but you're facing a 3rd and 10. 1:16 on the clock. Needless to say, time a factor here. Receivers swapping out spaces. They're going to have to do something here. They're going to get hit with a delay of game. Receivers finally get set, and they got to burn a timeout. Coach, sometimes the hustle and the confusion creates just that. Now they got to burn a timeout. Although, here's the thing, Coach. A timeout at this juncture is not really that meaningful because they need, honestly, 2 miracles here. They need to score on this drive, recover the onside kick, and then score on another long drive in order to pull this one out.
Yeah. Well, speaking of pulling it out, Nolensville, which fell behind 13-0 to Franklin, now trailing the Knights 30-13.
The Brett Boyer Foundation, Farmers Insurance,
NLCS.
Alexander
Coach, my Phillies up 4-2 there.
Group Holding.
It's what's turning out to be a miracle season for that group.
I'll be honest with you, I don't even know who's still in it.
And as when you visit them, thanks them for being
Phillies,
part
Padres,
of our
Yankees, and
Patriots
Astros.
family.
If you're a Phillies fan, you make the World Series, who do you want to play?
I'm going to go with the Yankees. Here we go, 5 wide.
Okay.
Shotgun. This is going to be close to all or nothing here. Quick pass down the middle. Coach, the receiver wasn't even looking, and there's a flag on the play. I don't know if the receiver was set on the line or not. Looks like, Coach, you're telling me false start.
Yeah, it's going to be on because he's asking the Independence coach if he wants to decline it. He said, yeah, sure.
So the declining of the penalty is going to bring up 4th down and 10.
On the offense, that penalty is declined, 4th down.
So 4th down, Coach, if they turn it over here, Indy can come out, kneel the ball, and it's game over.
Yeah.
Page has 1 timeout after they had to burn that timeout on that confusing play. 5 wide. Page looking for a miracle here. Hurd takes a snap. Page brings pressure up the middle. Hurd still looking, throws downfield, tipped up, picked off by Independence.
Oh, is this going to be the way it ends?
That's going to be the ball game. Number 8, downfield, tackled at the 44-yard line.
On the play by the Eagles, number 8,
Coach,
McNeely.
we're 3 kneel downs away from the end of the ball game and what has been a defensive masterpiece here by the Independence Eagles. Coach, I don't know when's the last time Page High School was shut out of a football game, but these Independence fans and Page fans have just witnessed it. 13-0.
I mean, this has been a tremendous game plan. That extra week has paid off for the Eagles as they have rallied the troops, right? And then,
so 2 hugely different realities, Coach. A huge confidence booster for the Independence Eagles. And like I said earlier, a lot of questions now about this Page Patriots team and what they are going to have going into the playoffs. So an upset here in Rudderville as Independence is going to come away and steal one from the Page Patriots as the clock runs down and there's just not a thing Page can do about it. They have 1 timeout left. I don't know that Coach Rathbone is going to use it here because it's all for naught. The clock's going to run down one way or the other. So here you have your second knee down as Independence is in victory formation.
Well, here's the good news. Next week, our WCTV Game of the Week, Ravenwood at Independence High School. We're going to see these Eagles one more time. What could be, and possibly for the region championship, we'll see.
So all that's left are some handshakes, hugs, and a possible prayer circle in the middle of the field, Coach. That's our game of the week.
Your final
Upset.
Score,
Independence
13,
Eagles 13.
Page,
Your home Page Patriots 0. Folks, tune in the next week for what's going to be a huge game. Like Coach Breece said, Ravenwood and Independence are going to square off. Signing off, I'm Doug Capella. My co-host, Coach Paul Breece. Have a good weekend, folks.
Thank you.